Previously on Ex-Wives of Rock.
I met Jani on my audition for the Cherry Pie video. He's asking to rent the back room of my apartment.
Oh, hell
no!
Of the four of us, I'm the most together. There are people that are going to really like the way I do things and people that are going to be driven absolutely nuts by it.
You have to keep Blue the away from me.
Ask any of the ex-wives about the downside of marrying a rock star.
Probably the dumbest mistake I've ever made.
And it won't be hard for them to come up with a list.
Secrets,
He was never there.
alcoholism.
adultery.
But on the upside, had it not been for their ex-hubbies,
2 old friendships.
the ladies would have never met.
Yeah.
Drink up.
And frankly, their lives just wouldn't be as interesting. Take Bobbie here, for example.
My ex-husband is Jani Lane, the lead singer of Warrant. I had a crazy day every day.
Hey, so crazy, in fact, she decided to write a book about it.
My marriage to Jani, my relationships, Tommy, everybody. I mean, people know a lot, but they don't know everything. Is my mom gonna be horrified by this book? She's already...
Hopefully.
Oh, God.
If she's not horrified, then we left out the good stuff.
Well, it's a good thing she doesn't like to read.
Yes, it's a good thing Bobbie's mom doesn't like to read, because the book,
This is really bad.
it's crap.
They brought in a ghostwriter, and finally they came with the first chapter. And when I got it, I was devastated. It sounds like an illiterate 4-year-old. I don't even want to do this with them anymore.
And that's why she's talking to this guy.
How are you all, Bobbie?
Hi, Bobbie. Nice to meet you. I'm Duncan.
I'm meeting with Duncan, he's a lawyer, and we're gonna go through what my possibilities are, or what the options can be, or I don't know. And if this comes out, it's gonna be awful.
Let me see the
This?
first chapter. It is odd prose. My parents weren't rich by any means, but my mom never let us go without anything.
What? Thank God that he's in agreement with that it's crap, basically. But as bad as the book is, the biggest problem is my contract. I signed something probably I shouldn't have.
Do you have a copy of it?
I do.
Oh, good.
Ideally, I'm hoping he can get me out of this.
One of the things I'll need to do is prepare an engagement agreement,
Okay.
and that will call for retainer. And I just wanted to see if that's going to be a problem at this time.
For me? Yeah. I don't have money. All I heard was payment, and I was like, I can't help you.
If you have a third party that would pay for your legal fees, that is possible.
Well, there is one third party Bobbie could think of who has that kind of cash.
So Trip was really missing you.
Chips?
Yeah. Grady and I have a once-a-week date. He wanted to know if you were coming home so you guys could hang out.
And do mounds of cocaine.
He likes to take the opportunity to tease me a little bit. Your sense of humor, I don't know where you get that. Is that my sense of humor?
No.
Well, speaking of birthdays, yours is coming up on the 22nd. Do you have any
Yes.
thoughts about what you might like to do for your birthday?
Buy a stripper. Like you guys leave for a little while, and then have the stripper come over, and have the stripper leave, and then you guys can come back whenever that stripper leaves. Or a hooker, whatever they're called.
I don't know how safe that is.
Why, like a safe hooker?
Well, not like I know them.
And you could go online and do some research on like safe hookers.
Are you with me right now? Oh, thank God. So Grady and I are having a really awesome time, and I got a phone call. Hello? Yes? I'm good, how are you? Yeah? Oh, are you, wait. Start over again. Oh my God. Okay.
What happened? What happened?
He's dead.
Coming up,
She wanted to talk, so I went and met her there.
She's using this, to capitalize on this tragedy.
Blue has some choice words about Bobbie.
Just because my name is included in everything that people are saying, I'm not asking for that. I'm pissed off right now.
Another wonderful date night. So Grady and I are out having a really awesome time, and I got a phone call. Hello? Are you, wait. Start over again. Oh my God.
What happened?
My friend just got a call from Bobbie saying that Jani passed away.
Really?
Hot on the web today and topping Google searches, the 80s rock band Warrant. Former lead singer for the band, Jani Lane, was found dead at a Comfort Inn yesterday.
When we were married, it was the beginning of his alcoholism. I always felt that he didn't have his alcoholism under control in the past, year. He was hurting himself more. He'd, fallen numerous times and been in a coma, and, it was getting progressively worse.
I found out about Jani's passing on the news. The first thing I did was call Bobbie.
Was it? It's Sharise.
I asked if I could come over and talk to her about it.
I brought you some comfort food.
Oh, that's so nice.
And some wine.
Oh, thank you so much. I found out about Jani's death because his wife, Kim, called me.
He was at the Comfort Inn because they were fighting and
Right.
he moved in there.
Well, because she kept calling 911, and he was getting pissed.
I was trying to save him.
I mean, there's many things that caused me much displeasure in knowing Jani, but he was one of the hugest parts of my life, and even bigger, the father of my daughter. She's taking it alarmingly well. She said Dad was traumatized, tortured all the time, very unhappy, and because he was always in pain, and now he's not.
They raised a daughter together, so of course it affected her, but immediately I think that she went to Taylor because in her mind, Taylor now doesn't have a dad to walk her down the aisle.
We're having a public thing for him this week. I'll find out all the details for his fans and, a celebration of his life, I guess. I'm not gonna...
Do you want us to go with you?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Of course. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I don't like to count on anybody. I don't like to, but I can count on Sharise.
So I'm gonna go meet Blue for lunch and just talk. What's up, silly pants? She wanted to talk, so I went and met her there.
I wanted to get together and chat with Athena because I got a call from my best girlfriend, Kim, who is married to Bobbie's ex-husband, Jani Lane. Kim's really struggling.
But
She goes through periods where she's still in disbelief. And then you got, certain people that are making it even more difficult for her. It's just...
who? What do you mean?
I heard some disturbing things about Bobbie. I think that last ounce of cherry pie fame was drying up, and with this tragedy, it's putting it back on the map.
Are you joking me right now?
She's using this, to capitalize on this tragedy for her own self-promotion.
That's messed up.
I know that Bobbie's working on a book right now, and I don't know if this somehow played into her thinking. It seemed like she was making the death more about her and less about Jani. I'm struggling with how to go forward
Right.
in a friendship with Bobbie
I get
that's
that.
been as close as it has
I get
been.
that. I don't understand why people feel it necessary to unload on me. Just like what happened in Vegas with Blue telling me about Sharise stealing her idea. I had no idea that this was going on.
The circus.
The friction with you and Bobbie. You guys need to talk.
I don't, my beef isn't necessary. I don't have a beef with Bobbie.
Right.
But what I do feel is I feel disappointed in her right now.
It's not fair of Blue to dump that on me. I'm gonna go tell Bobbie to get with Blue because she has something to tell you.
True to her word, Athena said something to Bobbie.
Bobbie!
And Bobbie, she didn't really take it all that well.
Tell me everything.
I'm really pissed. I mean, not that I haven't been going through enough already as it is. So then I guess yesterday, Blue says, I'm really grossed out at Bobbie and appalled by how much she's milking Jani's death for her career.
Like she's trying to sell headshots or something? Where's this come from?
I have no idea what would prompt her to say something like that. I haven't taken one interview. Not one, dude. I haven't talked to anybody. Just because my name is included in everything that people are saying, I'm not asking for that. I don't have a publicist. I don't have an agent. Do you think that I would take a moment to do this at my kid's expense? No. Guess
All
what?
over
She
you.
f***ed with the wrong bitch. It's on right now. She's a bitch. I'm pissed. I'm pissed off right now.
Coming up, Bobbie has some choice words for Blue.
Why you could ever say that I'm milking an extra 15 minutes of fame off of my ex-husband's death?
Bobbie is reeling from an unexpected tragedy.
Jani Lane was found dead at a Comfort Inn yesterday.
I always felt that he didn't have his alcoholism under control. He was hurting himself more. He'd, fallen numerous times and been in a coma, and, it was getting progressively worse.
So maybe not so unexpected, but still a tragedy. And now another ex-wife is wondering if it isn't also timely for Bobbie.
She's using this, to capitalize on this tragedy for her own self-promotion.
This circle is so small, you cannot say something haphazardly and expect it not to come back and bite you in the ass.
Guess
All
what?
over
She
you.
f***ed with the wrong bitch. It's on right now.
Bobbie wants to go to Blue's house and, confront her and then beat her. I don't think that's a good idea. I think that she should calm down. Give it 24 hours to
I'll be calm
take
by
it down
then.
a notch, and then you can actually hear everything she said, because I feel like you're in the blind rage.
I am in the
where
blind
you're
rage,
just gonna
right.
squash her head
I
like
do.
that.
I do.
First ask her, I know she's gonna do this.
Oh, so song and dance. She's gonna be prepared.
She's a little afraid of you.
She should be. Thank God I went to Sharise first, because I don't know what I would have done or said. I was so mad.
To me, it sounds like a big misunderstanding, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Me too.
Okay.
I hope so too.
Bobbie took Charise's advice and waited a day before heading over to Blue's.
Yeah, to take a break and to breathe and all that stuff. Yeah, I did that. Even though I took her advice, I was still pretty mad when I went there.
You doing all right?
I've been better. I have a friend who I trusted who feels compelled to talk shit about me behind my back.
She's absolutely furious with me.
It really is hurtful. And I would like to understand why you could ever say that I'm milking an extra 15 minutes of fame off of my ex-husband's death.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
She's using this, to capitalize on this tragedy for her own self-promotion. Whatever was told to her, I think that she blew it way out of proportion.
I did not say that.
Really?
What I said as a funny,
No, I meant it joking. That's not funny.
and it clearly was not conveyed to you in the way that I said it.
I'm not buying that at all. I'm not even buying that even a little bit. That makes zero sense to me. What other way is there to mean what you said? Do you believe that I'm trying to milk?
No, I do not. It was not meant
I haven't
that
taken
way.
one interview. I haven't promoted myself in any way.
I never said
whatsoever.
that you did, Bobbie. I love you. I genuinely love you, and the fact that you were hurt by that, it breaks my heart.
She apologized and all that stuff, and she did the crying thing, and I cried because I was very hurt, and she was very sincere in that moment. I don't believe that she didn't say it. I do believe she said it, but maybe she did feel like she didn't mean it or was sorry in that moment. Maybe so.
Last thing I want with everything that you are going through right now is for you to feel that there are people around you that you can't trust.
Okay, thank you.
Well, when I saw you come across the headlines of Good Morning America, I thought it was pretty awesome.
My daughter lost her father. I don't really look at it that way at all.
I didn't mean for that to come out
I know.
insensitively.
I know, it's okay.
If it did,
It's okay. It's all right. I think that when we were married to our husbands, she felt very insecure. I think she felt like I was up here and she was not. Now I feel like because tables have kind of turned, she feels that it kind of evened out, maybe. I don't know. But that's how sometimes I feel like she talks to me. All right, well, let's just be done with this. Move on. Yesterday's dead, right?
Yesterday's dead.
Okay, cool. Thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it. I don't know what to believe. What it did was make me think twice when she speaks. Like, it made me question a lot about our friendship. I just have to go deal with my f***ed up life now. Tonight's Janie's memorial, so I'm about to meet with Sharise and Athena. Will you guys share nachos that I got them?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, for sure. So you think tonight that you'll like lose it, or you think it'll be cool?
It'll be
Are you
sad.
kind
I
of?
lose it easy.
It'll be sad.
I'm not going into the memorial thinking about crappy words from somebody that, you know, wasn't thinking.
Her own self-promotion, 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 self-promotion.
It'll be nice if no one asks me about Blue.
Tell me about what happened yesterday. I'm dying to know.
She basically denied everything.
I did not say that.
See, why does she do that? Because she does this, and then when she's in your face, it's like completely different. She'll talk shit and then ask me not to throw her under the bus. And I'm like, you threw yourself there. If Blue learns to not involve me in things that don't involve me, good. I'm keeping nothing anymore. Guess what? You're on your own, Blue. If you got something going on, bring it there.
Coming up, a touching farewell.
I'll never forget you.
And could this also be the end of a not-so-beautiful friendship?
You know what? I gotta go.
What?
Bobbie's stunned by the sudden death of her ex-husband, Jani Lane, of the band Warrant.
I lose it easy.
And as if that weren't enough, now she's got Blue to deal with.
She's using this, you know, to capitalize on this tragedy for her own self-promotion.
It's on right now.
And unfortunately for Blue, Bobbie's not one to keep her feelings to herself.
I would like to understand why you could ever say that I'm milking an extra 15 minutes of fame off of my ex-husband's death.
I did not say that.
I don't know what to believe. It made me question a lot about our friendship.
That's not exactly the mood you want to be in if you're attending your late ex-husband's memorial.
I just remember Janie being so sweet and quiet and kind of shy.
So Sharise is talking about all the wonderful things about Janie, and all I keep thinking about is how he called me earlier to move in with me. And when he called me, I do feel like he was reaching out. He's asking to rent the back room of my apartment.
Oh, hell.
No! And then I said, no way. And then he said, well, I heard about the downstairs. He goes, can I rent the downstairs for a month? I go, no. I feel bad for not saying yes, but I just thought, like, you're being silly. You don't want to live here, trust me. I'm his first wife, whom he has a lot of resentment towards and bitterness, but also love towards, and always knew he could reach out to me.
To Janie.
To Janie.
What are the words of letting go? If we could manage one more little get-together, it would be loving, true conversation of unresentful emotions spoken sincerely. Words like, goodbye, I forgive you, I'll miss you, I'll never forget you, and I love you.
A week later, and Janie's public memorial is still very much on Bobbie's mind.
I don't know, I just didn't know how, I didn't know how to feel.
So to get her mind off of it, Bobbie opted for a little shopping therapy with Athena, and with Blue,
Oh, here it is.
who more or less invited herself along.
Blue is being exceptionally nice and sweet.
Hi there. Hi.
I feel like she's kind of like walking on eggshells, like being, just being really nice.
I should get something for Trip for his birthday.
When's his birthday?
This weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking him to the spa.
To the spa.
He's so effeminate. I'm totally getting off on just prodding her and making fun of her.
Oh, this looks a little heavy for him. Like, don't you want to get some more dainty?
So what do you guys think about the tribute?
It was kind of nice, except for when James got up and performed with his...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My ex played a song at Janie's memorial and for some reason found it necessary to get shit-faced drunk.
I felt really tacky because I booed it. I couldn't help
I
it.
was barking.
I know. So after the performance, we see him go over to Blue, and they're like hugging and, hey.
Bobbie goes, what are you doing? You're sitting over there laughing with James. She goes, I was telling him to get away. You weren't. I saw you laughing with him.
I wouldn't laugh with James.
I was across the balcony. I saw you. You did?
I didn't know who he was at first.
Oh, I thought you did, because he came up and he was messing with Grady or something.
He was messing with Grady, and Grady was like, "Get him off me right now, Mom. I don't like that dude." He said, "Every time that guy comes up to me, he messes up my hair every time, Mom. Get that guy away from me. I hate that guy."
Oh, God.
And f him for what he did to Athena. And I feel like
Who said that?
Yeah, and
Grady
he said,
said that?
A teenage boy said that? Again with another lie. Honestly, lying to me about it is like almost belittling to me.
Part of it was on your behalf. I'm going to be honest with you. It was. I'm not
Part of
gonna
what?
lie.
She just really wants people to like her. And she has some need to point out what a good friend she is to you.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, I'm not really buying what she's selling.
She may or may not have believed me. I don't know. I'm tired of hearing about Damon. I'm tired of hearing about James. It's just not fun anymore. You know what? I don't know. You know what? I gotta go. I'm tired.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of hit me. It's not fun to hang out because we don't have anything else to talk about but that. So I'm just kind of done with that.
See you, Biscuit.
Of course. Well, that was weird.
What? So she left during shopping?
She can't handle confrontation. You know how she is.
Next time on Ex-Wives of Rock.
Bobbie's not coming. I'm about to do a Bobbie-vention.
Most people would be like, treat me like see you later. Bobbie's like, treat me like ooh, come here.
We're about to change the pole dancing of the world.
There's just not enough money.
What I'd like to do is a partnership.
Oh. You make the decisions that put you where you are in life.
That's right.
Bottom line is that.
I know what the I need.
She doesn't want it. If she wanted it, she would do something about it.